Today we're taking a look at the ViewTV 50-mile antenna. Now I've looked at some of the products in the past. This is a new one they sent me that is got a little different range than the ones I've reviewed in the past. So let's kind of take a look at what you get here. This is a flat antenna, very similar to a lot of the other ones out there. Need some help. Now this is one of the things to remember, a lot of antennas, a lot of companies, if you have an issue, don't just return it like they have here. Call them. Do not return your antenna. It is common that antennas are a little different nowadays. They work a little differently. A lot of these companies want you to call them before you just bring it back. That doesn't mean you can't return it. They just say, hey, let me have an opportunity here to test it out or help you set it up properly. So, all right, now, looks like there's something else. There we go, there's the amplifier. So, we now have everything out of the box. Let's kind of dive in here and show you what it comes with. Right off the bat, it comes with the antenna itself and an amplifier that allows you to get a little bit more out of it. Some people say they like using the amplifier, some people say they don't. I always suggest hey, test it with the amplifier plugged in, test it without, see which one gets you better results. Amplifiers are great at trying to improve slightly weak signal. Again, slightly weak signal. They're not magic. They don't suddenly take a signal that's not there and give it to you. But if you have one that's just on the edge, a little weak, this can help clear it up a little bit. If you sit extremely close to a tower and you have very, very strong signal, that's not really needed and it could be a negative. But again, it doesn't cost anything to plug it in once, see if it works for you. It comes with instructions, very simple setup instructions, not a lot to it there. Now let's pull out the antenna. All right, so right off the bat is a very simple one. So the antenna is black on both sides. There's no white side like some of the others. It does have a little card here that reminds you that you need to physically run a scan on your antenna. Like I said, one of the big things if you haven't used an antenna in the last 10 years, you may just simply plug in your antenna and it works. Well, with the new digital antennas, digital TVs is really where the issue is, because the antenna is just a piece of metal, to be honest with you. You have to go into your settings and run a scan on it. If you don't know how to do that, just type in the model of your TV, LG, TCL, Samsung, and type in how to run antenna scan, and a guide will be one of the first few ones that pop up. All right, so cover there. The one thing about this that it feels like it's good quality. This feels fairly rugged. It's not flimsy at all. It doesn't feel like it's going to keep falling over. But it does have a permanently attached cable. It looks to be about a 6-8 foot, somewhere in that range, cable on it. You can buy adapters to extend it. This is not you plug it in here, plug it in the TV, so this can't be used as an adapter extender. I kind of like it when the antenna just has a little coaxial hook on there. You can put whatever cable you want into it. Maybe you want a white cable. You got this hidden behind a picture, you want a white cable to come out of the wall because it blends in with a white background, for instance. So that's my only major knock against it. Past that, very simple. Comes with a few 3M sticky pads to sticky this. There are no little holes to hook this on like some have. I would avoid the temptation to try to poke a hole in this. Well, it's very likely that you will miss anything important in it. It is very possible that you could hit the metal bands in there and damage the antenna. So I would use these 3M stickies or buy some of your own to hang it on a wall if that's your goal. Well, hey, I'm going to come test this out, come back in the same video, let you know what I think of it. As always, if you're stopping at this point, I do have a link down in the show notes that will allow you to find this on Amazon, and that link helps us support the channel. So skip over any ads that pop up, and if you buy it through the link in the show notes, it helps us a lot. Hang on, I'll be right back in this same video, let you know what I think of it. Well, I've been playing around with the antenna for a little while now, and I've been very happy overall. A few things is the cable does seem to be a little bit longer than I first thought. It's well over 6 feet. It may somewhere 8-10 feet, somewhere in that range. Two, the actual antenna itself seems to do a very good job. Now, if you've watched a lot of our other reviews of antennas in this price point, in this range, you will see it is pulling in pretty much the exact same number of channels. There was no channel in this range that I was expecting to get that I didn't get. With that said, it is definitely not the most expensive antenna or best quality antenna I've ever used. But for the price point it's at, it is a very good antenna for what it does. So in this mile range, as a flat indoor antenna that is at this price range, you're getting your money's worth, in my opinion. I was very pleased. A few things I do wish it had, like one side white, one side black. You're stuck with black, period. So, you know, black bar will work wherever you want to put it. There's no built-in holes if you want to put like a pin through it to kind of hang it. So you have to use the sticky type tape on it. 3, there's no detachable cable. So if you want to get a longer cable, you have to get an adapter, one of those coaxial to coaxial adapters there, where you can plug in another cable. So I do wish though that it would allow at least the detachable cable, but again, at this price point, that's kind of what you get. You get what you pay for in some of those things. So I am happy with it. 2 thumbs up for being an item of this price point. It does it's very consistent, let me say, with other antennas that claim the same price point. It does miss some of the features, the more expensive ones. It does seem to do better than some of the very, very dirt cheap ones you every now and then see pop up. But overall, 1 thumb up for quality, 2 thumbs up for performance. I would recommend this if you live in an area with strong signal where you want an indoor antenna. With that said, hey, if you have any questions, let me know. Leave a note down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we do a weekly cord cutting Q&A, where I'm live here on YouTube answering your cord cutting related questions. Every Friday, we are doing our weekly cord cutting recap show, where we talk about some of the biggest stories in the world of cord cutting from the past week. So hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment. It really does help us, and hopefully we've helped you get the most out of your cord cutting experience.